You will be judged whether you like it or not. What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky. It's been a minute since I put a video out, man. It's been a minute since I did any content on YouTube, but I'm back. I'm back, man. What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's good? What's going on with you? Listen, for all of y'all that remember Jay-Z, like Jay-Z ain't around no more, right? But for all my old heads, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay said in one of his joints, allow me to reintroduce myself. You know what I'm saying? It's been that long, y'all. It's been a minute. But listen, I've been focusing on some other things. Let me tell you something, man. I got on a scale one day, right? I'm gonna be talking about fitness in this one right here. Okay, so anybody that got fitness goals, I know 2026 is coming up. Whenever depending on when you watch this video, but I'm recording it pre 2026, and I know everybody's goal is to gain some muscle, lose some weight, whatever it is, right? And you start off with those goals, and then within a month or two, you fall off. Listen to me and listen to me very well, guys. I'm a guy that's very fitness conscious, and I believe that as men and women, right? Although my channel is geared toward the men, so I'm speaking directly to the men. But if there are women who are watching this, right? Fitness is key, right? And I believe that if we were all in a better physical state, we would pretty much all be in a better mental state. I'm not saying we would necessarily be in the best mental state. However, one of the things that we have to fully understand is that our body and our mind are connected, okay? And so the better our body is, typically the better our mind can be, right? Because at the end of the day, what you put in your body, it affects your mind. Think about it. When you consume alcohol, depending on how much you consume, you start to feel a little nice. You know what I'm saying? You start feeling good. You feel a little tipsy. You know what I'm saying? What you put in your body affects your mind. And that goes with anything and everything, whether it be, you know, depending on what it is and the lifestyle that you live, whatever it is that you're putting in your body, it's going to have some type of effect on your body. So you have to understand what you put in your body is very important. Okay. Another thing you have to understand is the condition of your body is going to determine how your body digests and converts and how efficient your body is at what's the word that I'm looking for? At utilizing the things that you put into your body. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very, very important that you be careful what you eat, because what you eat goes into your body just like what you drink, what you smoke, what you snip, whatever. You understand? So the foods that you eat and the chemicals that those foods have an effect on your mind. That's not really the point that I'm trying to get into in this video, but I'm really talking about how at the end of the day, the condition of your body will have a huge effect on how you think. Okay. Guys, listen, let me explain to you something. Okay. With me being a guy who's really into fitness, I might be a little bit, I don't want to say extra, right? But I might be a little, I don't want to say over the top either. But I have been the guy who was in shape, and I have been the guy who's been out of shape. I have been the guy who was at the weight that I should be, and I have been the guy who was at the weight that I should not be. And I can tell you 100% without a shadow of a doubt, hands down, when I'm at the weight or the level of fitness, the level of health that I should be, my mindset and everything about me, everything in my life is 10x, 100x, 1000x better. I promise you, there is a mind body connection, and you have to believe that. Okay. Listen, guys, I've been that dude, right? Where I have been like 250, 260. I want to say at my heaviest, I was probably somewhere around 265 pounds. I believe it was more than that. Now, the thing about it is, when I was this, when I was this size, right? When I was this weight, it didn't look bad on me because I've always been a strong dude. I've never been a dude who just had a big belly just hanging over my stomach, just looking crazy. I've been that dude that was, kind of big, solid. You know what I'm saying? Like when I gained weight, it was kind of solid across everything because I've always lifted weights. And so, I was just like that big, stocky dude. But when I took my shirt off, you know what I'm saying? You could tell like I had no definition or anything like that at all. And so you really wouldn't see me with my shirt off. However, when I was that lean guy, I take my shirt off in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I get mad when I have to put my shirt on. I pull up to the pool. I pull up to the beach. Anyway, I'm ready to take my shirt off. I'm like, yeah, let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the differences that you'll have. Excuse me, I'm stuttering. One of the differences that you'll feel about yourself when, you know what I'm saying, when you're lean and when you're in shape versus when you're not. It has a lot to do with your confidence, and you have to understand that. And it has a lot to do with your security or lack thereof, which is known as your insecurities, right? Listen, at the end of the day, you got to be honest with yourself. You know that the world is going to judge you. I get it, right? Body positive, um, you know, no shaming and things of this nature. You will be judged. And I'm telling you right now, based on your level of, I'm not necessarily going to say physical fitness, but when somebody looks at you and you have a high level of body fat, the level of respect that that person is going to have for you is going to plummet. It is 100% going to plummet, and that's just what it is. Is it unfortunate? Yeah, it probably is. However, a lot of times people will look at how you treat yourself and make that determination or determine how they can treat you. You understand what I'm saying? How you treat yourself is going to be shown in your looks, your body, your self care, your self love. Self care is external, it's outside of you, right? You can care for yourself all day, meaning you can get your hair done, your nails done, um, get your toes done, all this kind of stuff, spas, massages, and all of that stuff, right? The self care is the stuff that's external, but internal. How do you treat yourself? What is it that you say about yourself? What is it that you consume? What do you put in your body? You understand what I'm saying? Do you know that you're overweight, but you still don't do anything about it simply because you like the way that the food tastes? And if that means, well, the food tastes good, and so what? If it costs my body, if it costs my health, then just it is what it is. You're going to be looked at as an undisciplined person, a person with no boundaries. And so if you're shown to the world that you have no boundaries when it comes to yourself because, you'll treat yourself any type of way, then what would make you think that people are going to treat you any better than you treat yourself? It's because of what you're showing them. Yeah, y'all get what I'm trying to say? So your health and your wellness, your physique, your level of fitness and all of this stuff is very, very important. Okay. So the reason why I hadn't made a video in such a long time is because, what I'm saying? I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, nah, I got to do something about this. Now, for me, I typically go into my workout, my extra, my health and fitness, my phase during winter's arc, right? And winter arc is pretty much like daylight saving time. I'm not sure if it's in daylight savings time or we're out of daylight saving time. I don't know which one it is, but it's daylight savings time. It's like from November to March when, we change the clock an hour. I think we fall back and then spring ahead. So in November, we go back, gain an extra hour. That extra hour is the time that I'm in the gym and I'm getting in it and I gained an extra hour. Most people try to sleep for an hour longer, right? For me, it's like, okay, I'm up. I got a whole nother hour. This is time for me to get it in and get in the gym. If I've already been getting in the gym, because this year I started a little early. I started about a month early because I actually wanted to get like an hour and a half in the morning in the gym because this year I'm just going extra hard, right? But I wanted to do a little bit more. And y'all could check me out on Instagram because I be kind of documenting, what I'm going through. As far as my physical fitness and everything, right? But I wanted to get like an hour and a half in. So I started a little bit earlier. And so I get in the gym in the morning and I get it in. So for me, it's always winter's arc. When we coming out of winter's arc, it's like in March. And Now I got the rest of the spring and the summer, and I'm pretty much rocked out. So this year I started off, I was like 218 pounds, and yeah, I'm down to like 190. I was down to like 195, but now I'm going heavy, heavy, heavy on the weights and I'm starting to gain a little muscle, eating more carbs, and you know what I'm saying, holding a little more weight in my muscles due to water retention and stuff like that. But the point is, guys, your health matters, guys and girls, ladies. Your health matters. Your level of fitness matters, and it matters especially when it has to do with your quality of life. You understand what I'm saying? You can't really get out there and enjoy yourself as much as you really may want to or could if physically you were better off or your health was better. Listen, as you get older, I'm over 50. Okay. I was born in the 70s. I am over 50 years old. And I can promise you that there are people that I know who are younger than me that have all type of medical issues. And I'm speaking on the medical issues that could be avoided. The medical issues that are for the most part due to being overweight, eating bad foods and unhealthy habits and things of that nature. I'm not talking about the, kind of like the regular stuff that comes along with getting old. And to be honest with you, the more fit you are, you can minimize the amount of issues that you're gonna have throughout the aging process. Your fitness level has a lot to do with that. So look, guys and girls, women, men, it's very, very important to be fit. I have not been talking a lot about fitness on this channel because I mean I did some videos, but I haven't really because I was fit. I was rocked out and I was good and then I was not good. Listen, it takes a lot longer to get back in shape than it does to get out of shape. So it's gonna be a long, grueling, slow process. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. All right. Your health matters. Now, for the fellas, and I don't know, I guess for the ladies too. One of the things that you have to fully understand, which I touched on a little bit, but I'm going to talk about it in regards to relationships, right? Um, listen, the ladies already know this. Ladies already know this. The better your body, the more attention you will get. I'll put it like that. The more attention you will get. Now, you're going to get it from wherever, whoever, whatever, right? But let's be honest, ladies, when you're in shape or when you have that nice that body, you know that you're going to get more attention. Fellas, when you have a nice physique, you will get more attention. You'll get more attention from women. You'll get more respect from men. And let me explain what I'm talking about when it comes to getting more respect from men. See, men know what it takes to get in the gym and get it in. Men know what it takes to be disciplined and eat right. Men know what it takes to get in the gym and rep after rep, set after set, you know what I'm saying? Body part after body part, over and over and over. Men know what it takes to get to that point. You understand what I'm saying? So when a man who is fit, even when a man who isn't fit, most men who are unfit at some point in time probably try to get fit, right? Look at all of the superheroes. The superheroes are pretty much in shape, have nice physiques, right? Chest, biceps, shoulders, whatever. And so many men at some point in time probably wanted to, right? More than likely wanted to look like this at some point in time. It may have started out young. I know when I was young, I got my first workout set when I was about maybe 15 years old. My pops took me to the local, shop or whatever and bought me a 110-pound dumbbell set. I remember. Is what I was working towards. That's the thing that made me feel like a man when I, was able to start working out. But most men know the discipline and the control, right, and the commitment that it takes to get to that level. And I promise you, you'll get way more respect from the ones who understand it. Now, yeah, you're gonna get some haters. You're gonna get guys that are whatever. Those are just the ones that the hate that comes out that you see is not really geared towards you, because of how you look or because of your condition, it's geared toward the fact that those men don't look like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's more of a jealousy thing. So you will get a lot of jealousy coming from other men. But from the men that it matters, you know, you're going to get respect. Also, from the women that work out, you're going to get respect. Like just across the board, you're going to get a lot more respect because, at the end of the day, your looks matter. Looks matter. Looks won't necessarily make somebody like you better. You understand what I'm saying? It might not, it's not necessarily going to make somebody like you better, but you will be perceived totally different when you're in shape versus when you're out of shape. I promise you, I have been both. You understand what I'm saying? I have been both, and I promise you, the respect that you get is unequivocally, you know what I'm saying? It's just is nothing comes close to it. And I'm not the type of guy that walks around and try to flex and things of that nature. But you have to understand that you will be judged, and that's just what it is. And so it just is what it is. Now, when it comes to you, your level of confidence, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, your level of confidence is going to be sky high when you are in shape. Guys, listen, man, you got to get in shape. You got to start working out. Ladies, get in shape. You got to start working out. It will do a lot for your self-esteem. It would do a lot for your confidence. It'll do a whole lot for your level of discipline and everything. So it is very, very important. Listen, guys, I know I just been rambling on and on. It's been a minute since I put anything out. I just wanted to talk on fitness, man. I'm probably going to have a playlist that I'm going to devote strictly for fitness and talking about fitness. Also, I'm going to be putting out a lot more content. So just stick with me, stay tuned. My website, I've been working on my website behind the scenes. I don't know if I'm going to put a link to the website yet because I'm still working on it. I got a lot of things I'm working on, guys. I got a lot of things that I'm working on. So y'all just bear with me. And I don't want to say for 2026 because I don't want to make it seem like I'm waiting for 2026 to get some things going. But hopefully by the start of 2026, I will have everything that I need in place so I can put it out there. But like I said, I started working on my Instagram. I'm really not a social media person, right? But I have gotten requests for, Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. It's really not my thing. YouTube is kind of like my thing. But I want to, just be able to reach any and everybody and be as accessible as I can to everyone. Okay. So with that being said, guys, we got to start doing better when it comes to our health and our fitness. Anybody that's having any issues with health and fitness, y'all can reach out to me. I'm willing to help. I've done it before. I once was a certified personal trainer for Bally Total Fitness. If anybody's that age and you remember Bally's back in the days, it was like the premier, gym at one point in time. I was a personal trainer for them. And I was also a personal trainer for Gold's Gym for a short period of time, a real short period of time. And then I did stuff on my own. This was years ago, but I still have the knowledge. And that's the point of, my Instagram, to kind of just show like I can transform, like Transformers, right? I can just transform. I can go back and forth. Either one is real simple. Meal plans, get in the gym, do cardio. I mean, it's really simple. You just gotta stay focused. But yeah, guys. Health and fitness is very important, especially as we get up there in age. I promise you it's very important, okay? All right, so with that being said, this is my first video in a while. I did the best that I could do. Y'all just gotta give me the opportunity, man. Just give me the chance to get back on point. But look at that. Y'all can see the veins, man. Y'all can see the veins, man. I'm getting lean. I'm getting lean, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And I'm gonna have photos. I haven't started putting photos up yet, but I'm gonna have photos. I'm gonna have everything, man. So appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna start being consistent again with my content. And that's what it is, man. So I appreciate y'all. If I went a little bit long, I apologize. If I didn't really say much, I apologize. No, I don't apologize, man. It is what it is, man. I got to get back into the swing of things, right? All right. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. If y'all don't unsubscribe. All right, y'all be good.